Gentlemen, thank you so much. It is just incredible to have you all here. It's brilliant. This is the doctors panel, and they came on earlier and they said the 4 doctors. I said 5, thank you. So it was, but this is just absolutely amazing. We've got you for half an hour, and it's quite strict, the timing. So I want to make sure that we get as many fan questions in. It's very rare that we'll get the 4 of you like this together. It's absolutely incredible. So if you've got any questions for the panel, please raise your hand and somebody will come to you with a microphone, but please do not grab the microphone, okay? So I can see we've got some hands going up already.
How do you make this work?
Oh!
Hello, is it there?
Hello. There we go. We got him.
Turn you on when you're...
I'll do it all right.
Norman Colin.
Yeah, great.
The late great.
Yeah.
There we go. Have we got a question at the back, maybe? It's hard to see with these lights. I get a great suntan.
Is anybody there?
There we go. We got the first question coming into the panel.
This is lit for comedy, isn't it?
Hi, I have a question for all the doctors. Is there any story that you wish that sorry, I'm not English.
That's a funny question.
Is there a story from another doctor you wish was yours?
Oh, great question.
That's fine. So
What was the question? Is there a story from another doctor you wish was yours?
Yes.
We're going to say the same thing.
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Okay, please clarify which one that is.
Oh, that's a step too far.
There's 2 questions.
Dr. Dances, preceded by The Empty Child, was mine.
I'd say The Empty Child. I really like that story.
It's the same story.
Oh, is it the same story?
It's a 2-parter.
Oh.
The Empty Child and the Dr. Dances are the same story, aren't they?
I don't know. It's a long time ago.
And that's, well, it's yours as well, is it?
Empty Child certainly is.
Yeah.
The gas mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the line at the end, which was Everybody Lives.
Yeah. Everybody lives.
That was Doctor Who for me.
Did it have a name?
Yeah, didn't it?
What was ours called?
What is it? Yeah.
What?
The TV
Talk
film.
amongst yourselves a minute.
What was a TV film?
Enemy Within.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, all the movie.
What? The Enemy Within. I would like to do the rest of The Enemy Within, with him without.
And I want to do the Weeping Angel ones over it.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was mad and jealous of something.
Yeah.
The enemy within, you knew.
I didn't know
You
that.
knew.
I didn't know it.
You live long enough.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I can't understand anything they're saying.
No,
Well, that's very fortunate.
Yeah.
he's Scottish, you know.
Brummy. Listen there, Brummy. Talk to me like that.
Lots of people, lots of hands in the air.
Can't.
Stick your hands in the air like you
Is
just
there a
don't care.
microphone?
Do we have another question there?
Hello, one for all of you again. Are you jealous of the use of technology, the CGI these days, or do you prefer the practical effects that you had when you guys were in the league?
Practical effects.
Oh, yes, we far prefer the practical effects.
You're a diplomat, aren't you?
No, it was great when when you closed the door, the whole set shoot. I miss that. But I mean, nowadays you do it and it's all green.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's like no fun there, really.
For the record, I wouldn't change any of it. I think you're all amazing.
I think it was probably more fun making the ones with the practical effects because, it was just great. At one point, I think I'd asked Cyberman in a polystyrene door in Earthshock, which they had to, and it kept breaking, and it was just great to make it because it was just comical. And a lot of it, I think nowadays, the whole thing is created. So you're just simply standing in a green room with,
Green people.
green people. So I don't know. I was, when it came back, I was jealous of the effects. Yeah.
I was in the Hobbit, It was all green. I mean, everything was green.
Yeah.
There were green people, or everything was green.
Yeah.
I knew you were in The Hobbit, but I'd forgotten you were in Doctor Who.
Oh yes, that's right. I did once in Doctor Who. I was once in your costume. They lost me for 3 days.
Not long enough. I'll answer that question about special effects, because like Peter, I did enjoy the process when we were doing it. But I remember one occasion where, after a long scene with lots of things happening, I had to open the door and go through it and vanish. And I got to the point of going through the door when I realised if I let go, the set would fall over. So I didn't vanish, and I got shouted at over the intercom. "Will you for heaven's sake get through the door?" I said, "I can't get through the door." So I did, and the set fell over.
And it's also great because they'd have those creatures which were extremely heavy, sort of those rubber suits, you know, of the various aliens, and they would always have to kill soldiers who were, you know, trying to defend us, and they couldn't move more than a foot an hour. And so the poor soldier, rather than just walk away through a door, which he would normally do, had to sort of do this thing of because they couldn't see where they were going either. But it was fun.
I mean, when I was there, the technology was amazing because we had sliding doors. Only they never slid. You go to it, they go, it's stuck. Hello, goodbye. Say something.
The one thing I do love now is the use of the drone.
Yeah.
Because drones can do cheaply shots that helicopters struggle to do.
Yeah.
And I've done a lot of stuff lately where the drone shots are the best thing in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that works against me, doesn't it?
You do drone on about
It's a low bar.
someone had to say it.
Brilliant. Do we have another question? Brilliant.
If you could wear any other Doctor's outfit out of all 13, which one would you wear? There we go.
I'd have Jodie's. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. I'd have Jodie, but I mean, it's amazing. I never thought that I could fall in love with a doctor. This is terrible. I mean, look at this lot. You never love them. She's lovely.
Eccleston's is what I asked for when they say, "What would you like?" That's roughly what I described.
And that bastard Eccleston stole your idea.
I know he's from the north. Like
He's
me.
not. I'm from the north. You're all southerners. Jamie.
Freedom! Please, the sooner the better.
Yes, please. I mean, I really agree with you there. We can roll off to Europe.
Go for another question.
Quick.
Which companion would you have out of like other Doctor's companions?
Oh.
Choose
All of them.
companion.
Which companion would we have?
Ace. Gotta be Ace.
Well,
She is my companion.
No, that's the one I'd have. That's the one I'd
Yeah, all right. Yes, no, Ace.
We all know Ace.
No, you have to pick another Doctor's companion though.
I'd choose Billy Piper then, because I
Billy.
was sitting at a table having lunch with her. And I thought that would have been nice.
Yeah, Billy would be lovely. She was great.
Louise Jameson, because she's a mate.
Yeah.
Leela. I think it would be wonderful with my doctor.
Janet's great because she's ballsy and funny. Isn't she?
Yeah, but you have to work with it.
But I had to work with her.
All right.
I had to suffer the barbs for 3 years.
I was just wondering, what's the strangest piece of merchandise with your face that you've seen?
Those are training
Who's
potty for
asking
you,
these
wasn't
questions?
it? Wasn't it a child's training potty?
Training potty.
For the seventh Doctor. It
Well,
worked.
at least it
How
was.
it worked.
Yes, I was trained. You trained. Tom Baker's one. I mean, that was the worst. It was underpants. Do you remember that in John's office? There was a pair of underpants with Tom Baker's face on them. Yeah.
It was a 70s thing.
He had a very long nose. Anyway, let's not go there. Sorry. Oh, next question.
Another question.
Oh my goodness.
It's end of the pier stuff, isn't it?
It is. It's always been my ambition.
Oh, yes, you're finally arrived.
Who's your favourite new Who Doctor, but PT can't say David?
Why can't I say that? Do you want me to lie? Okay, go on. Somebody else say something. I've got to think. Nothing new.
Oh, Jodie.
Yeah, you're barred.
Jodie.
Jodie.
Peter Capaldi. Because I think he didn't quite have the he didn't quite work out as well as he might have worked out. Put it like that. I think he's a great actor. He loved Doctor Who, and I'd love to have seen his story arc be a little more. I felt he was a bit unfulfilled. And I think he felt that a bit. But I loved his Doctor.
Matt Smith. Although when I heard that they were giving a 12-year-old Doctor Who, I was a bit kind of, thought, look, he's awfully young. But he had the most amazing face. He did look like he could be 180 one minute and then 12 the next. I mean, I thought he was great.
Anyway, enough of them.
Jodie, she brought joy. No, when I was watching all the Doctors I've seen, there's not a lot of joy from any of them, is there?
I know.
Innocent joy.
I think in comparison, obviously, I think Capaldi's series got quite dark, and so there was a contrast with that. But I think I got that from the man I'm not allowed to mention. I felt there was quite a lot of joy and excitement because he loved the series too, and I felt that.
Yeah, he had a bit of joy.
But I'm not allowed to mention him, so I withdraw that remark.
He had a lot of joy.
Fantastic. Let's go for the next question.
Good afternoon, doctors. Sylvester, you're actually my doctor. I grew up with watching you on television. My name is Aisling and it begins with an A, and I always wanted to be Ace. So it's wonderful seeing you this afternoon. But I just wanted to ask you, when you took on the role of the Doctor, did you ever believe you would have such a legacy of children that grew up watching you and then children of that generation watching the Doctor and living through it? Did you ever think that would be your life?
No. I didn't really. I'm amazed and delighted, and it's one of the best things that ever happened to me. But at the time, I wasn't sure it was one of the best things. I just thought it was another job. But it's become a way of life, and it's the fans have made it. I mean, when I destroyed Doctor Who, the fans said, no, don't let it go, bring it back. And then because of them, it's back, and it's still there, and it's going around the world, and new generations are discovering it, and us. It's a joy, isn't it? When young children come up to you, and you think, you weren't alive when I did it. I mean, some people thought I wasn't alive when I did it. That was him.
I think I realised when one of my daughters early on said to me, do you realise when you die it'll be on the news? Which when you're 40 isn't what you want to hear.
Well, we've already been on stamps, haven't we?
Yeah.
You're supposed to die to get on a stamp, aren't you?
We're in a museum as well, weren't it, one time? Yeah, Momi Museum under the bridge.
Oh, my word.
Yeah. So I thought you had to be dead to be in a museum.
There you go.
My career was.
I'm not prepared for that.
Okay, next question, please.
Hi, Paul.
Hello.
Hello.
Where are you?
Oh, right.
You're on the
Talk amongst yourselves, guys.
Oh, there, sorry.
It was great to see you back for the very short special, obviously during Matt Smith's run. Were you a little bit gutted that you didn't get to tackle the War Doctor? And looking back at it, would you think, I really wish they'd given me the War Doctor?
So Jodie. That's lovely.
You mean what in a series or?
Well, Obviously, they switched you into the War Doctor, didn't they, for that
Yeah, they
episode?
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ooh, rude of them. But you, looking at it when you watched it, were you a bit heartbroken it couldn't be you? Because it would have been a really nice journey to see such a happy-go-lucky Doctor.
Yeah, I was a little bit, to be honest. But things with Doctor Who, it can always happen. It can always happen.
I was gutted.
I'll just come back.
He should be the next Doctor. To fill that kind of role.
My agent.
I take 50%.
Actually, Janet was my agent.
Yeah. Was he?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
No, Janet Fielding was my agent.
Oh, she was, yeah. Yeah, Janet was, yeah.
Small world.
Yes.
But I wouldn't paint it, as my old man used to say.
Oh, right. Okay.
There we go.
Let's go for our next question.
What?
Next.
Hi.
Next question.
Oh, whoa. Hi, guys. So this is kind of for all ears. What was it like as actors when you got the call saying that you are going to be the Doctor? What was that like for you?
Like a hoax call. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
I was worried. I remember thinking, ooh, is this a good idea? Because it ties you up. But then I'd done escapology, so I took the job.
I always, because I've got a load of brothers who are actors, I always think they don't mean me, they mean one of them. Whenever I get a call.
But one of them
Are
was
you
up
sure
for
it's
it.
me? What?
But one of your brothers was up for it, wasn't he?
Yeah. I didn't know that though.
No.
But now I think now you can see on YouTube. There's like there's some,
His audition.
You probably should have gone.
Glad you didn't.
Yeah, but it's weird to get a call like that because you know probably, or you can guess anyway because it's going to change a few things.
Yeah.
It's one of those jobs. Yeah. It's it feels like a biggie when you get the call. So. It did anyway.
Yeah.
After you ruined it.
Yeah.
And then I came and I ruined it as well. For 10 years, and then who ruined it after that? Oh, and then Chris Egg came and
he didn't ruin it. He saved it.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is the alternative history.
Yeah.
Colin, Peter, can I ask you as well, what was it like when you received the call, when you found out you were going to be playing the Doctor?
I just felt it was, I had my misgivings about it, but it just, in the end, it felt like the offer you can't refuse, a bit like The Godfather. Even though it might be a dangerous thing to do, it might get in the way, it might affect your employment for the next 10, 15 years. In the end, you just can't turn down the chance of being Doctor Who, can you? You just can't do it. So you just have to go for it. Because there's a kind of ethical thing, I think, at least there was in those days, that if you turned down a part like that, you couldn't go around telling everyone that you were offered it before that bloke. And that was the thing. I couldn't bear the idea of never being able to mention to anyone that I was offered Doctor Who and turn it down. So I thought, well, I've got to do it. I'm like,
the only way out of this is to do it.
Yes.
And I'd already been in it, so I knew how enjoyable it was to do. You appeared to be having a good time.
I did have a good time, yeah. It was fun, yeah.
And, oh, come on, it was and still is the most iconic BBC television programme. And like you, only quicker probably, my misgivings were shorter. I just said, yeah, because when I die, it'll be on the news. That's the reason to do it, isn't it?
I was
continuously tuned to the news.
I was announced on the news, actually.
Yeah.
And it was when, I think it was Reagan, was it? Would it have been Reagan? Anyway, it was announced on before Reagan had just been, I think, confirmed.
Shot.
No, but confirmed as going to be the potential the president. And I was announced, I got the billing.
Do you think they made it the wrong way around?
What?
Reagan could have been Doctor Who and you could have been the president.
That would have been a fine idea.
Yes, it would have.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In many ways.
Yes.
Well, we're all glad you did say yes, that's for certain. Next question, please.
Hi there. So to those of you that are part of the Big Finish audio productions, how is it to be playing the Doctor again, and how does it differ from the TV?
Well, the scripts are better. That's my first reaction, as far as I'm concerned. Everyone knows it's given my Doctor the opportunity to show what he could have done. I've never come across a bad Big Finish script, and I've come across some absolutely wonderful ones. I've done a couple recently which were just so original and clever and well cast, and you don't have to learn it, and the lunches are good. What's to complain about? The lunches are good because I'm doing it at home.
I was going to say, but aren't you looking forward to when we go back into the studio and have lunches?
Just for the lunch.
Baby lunches, yeah.
Well, I was talking to some other actors, and they were saying, "Oh, I missed the crack of, you're not with each other. You're in a cupboard. In between scenes, you're with each other, but that's not productive. That often,
but I kind of miss that whole that communal thing of sitting in the room outside.
That's a bit.
I find that it's fine doing it down the line, but the cupboard under the stairs isn't quite much on. I find being there.
You've got less distance to travel to get there. It shortens my day.
Yes, I understand.
4 hours.
You're absolutely right. And probably, I don't know what's going to happen for the next one I'm doing, whether that will be in the studio or I'll be back in the cupboard.
I think we're still in the cupboard at the moment.
Yeah. But I mean, I was going to say that it's obviously less work because you don't actually have to run down the corridors, but you have to pretend to run down the corridors.
That's true.
So that's quite timely, actually. And you start to hyperventilate.
That doesn't sound like running down a corridor.
No, exactly. Well, virtually everything sounds like that.
That's never been in one of my stories.
Exactly.
At least you haven't got to worry about the scenery falling over when you get there anyway. At least you haven't got to worry about the scenery falling over when you get to the end of the corridor, so that's the good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we have another question?
Hi, I'm Seth, and what is your favourite enemy to fight?
Who's your favourite enemy to fight?
Who's your favourite enemy?
To fight. Has to be the Daleks, I suppose.
Got to be a Dalek, isn't it?
I didn't really feel I was a true Doctor till I'd taken on the Daleks.
I always like the Cybermen, really, as well.
So did Sophie.
Is she as fond of Cybermen?
She was very fond of them. They were tall, young models.
Oh, right. Oh, I see. That kind of fond.
Yes.
Okay.
She liked those stories.
I quite like Davros because it's one enemy with an implacable hatred of the Doctor who can use the Daleks, but there's a kind of individual one-to-one, like with the Master, to be honest. Although during my time he was never given that much to do, sadly, with me. But I like the kind of Holmes and Moriarty bit.
Yes.
The equal powerful enemy.
And the foaming bit was good as well. Do you have a foaming bit? Eventually, when he's sort of dying, always gallons of foam come out of Davros.
Out of Davros? Oh, really? I don't remember that.
They did it in my story. Yeah. It's like foam,
In my Daleks, porridge came out of their heads. I think they might have been Scottish Daleks. Do you think? But it was great porridge.
I don't remember the foam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Not at all.
There's a wonderful cosplay Davros, isn't there? It's absolutely incredible.
The Jingle Bells Davros.
Absolutely brilliant. Can we have another question, please?
Hi, was it difficult taking over the role from the Doctor before you?
I don't know, because I never met the Doctor before me. Oh, hello.
I am before you.
Yeah, it was quite, for me it was quite, I was following Tom, who had done it for 7 years.
Yeah.
But when I went in to do the regeneration, Tom was having one of his bad temper fits, and so I just thought, I'm just going to be as nice as I possibly can, and everyone will like me. At least in the studio, if not on the screen. But I just thought, I tried not to think about it really. I tried to just think about the doctors I grew up with, which were William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton, and Seth Thomaside, who I hadn't really seen, to be honest, very much, because it coincided with that time of going to drama school and, when I was not really concentrating too much on who was the doctor. We all go through that period.
Well, sorry.
No, carry on.
No, I was going to say I really admired the doctor that went before me. I thought he was a great actor, because that was me. I played that doctor. Didn't I?
Yes.
Would that make him an extra number, though?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
6.5.
6.5. Yes, and a half. I had the enormous pleasure of seeing poor Peter dealing with the magma monster that was never allowed to be a magma monster because we ran out of time or energy or something. And instead of having a lovely fight with the magma monster, you had to step over its inert corpse, didn't you?
Yeah.
And backstage, there were weeping special effects guys who'd spent a month creating a magma monster, looking forward to its hydraulic operation, and it was already dead when you met it. Yeah. And I very quickly learned what Doctor Who was about. And I don't know if you remember this, but that night I said to you, "Have you got any tips?" And you looked at me and said, "No, not really." So that was a good start.
But I mean, what about you, Paul?
Well, I didn't see why you should have an advantage. When I did my regeneration and from Tom, we went to the bar. I've told this story many times, but I'll bore everyone with it again. We went to the bar, and it was very noisy in the BBC bar. And Tom Baker said to me something like, "What you have to remember about the Doctor is," and then I didn't hear the rest of it. And I was too embarrassed to say, "I'm sorry, could you repeat that?" So I just went, "Oh, right." No idea what he said.
Could have made all the difference.
When I did it, because you were there, weren't you?
Yeah.
We were there
together.
Yeah, for a week or two. You sort of held my hand a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I know. People talk.
People did talk.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was great. It made it easy.
Yeah.
I was still nervous. It is a nervy thing to take over anything.
It is, isn't it? Especially that big.
Then when you're an actor, that's what you got to do. Whether it's roles in the theatre, whatever. Someone's always done it before you.
Yeah.
You just got to do your thing.
It was great. I enjoyed that experience a lot. Handing it over to you. No.
Gentlemen, we're at time, but I was wondering, could we just get one more question from the audience? Is that okay? Thank you. This has to be the last question.
So it has to be a very good question.
Yes.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
So we've established that Paul should come back as the Doctor, but aside from him, who would you guys like to see playing the future Doctor?
Where is this voice coming from? Oh,
right at the top, right at the top. Oh, there we are. We can see you now.
A suggestion.
It's a great question to end on, though. This is a really, really great question. Thank you.
It's a bit too relevant, though, isn't it?
No, but it's like
it's going to happen in the next
isn't it?
year or so.
And the other thing is that someone will say, if I said it should be Jim Bloggs, Colin Baker said Jim Bloggs, will be quoted ad infinitum.
I think that's the idea.
Yeah, that's why we're avoiding the idea.
Lawrence Fox.
Lawrence Fox?
I go for my lunch now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll just leave that with you.
He should be the master.
Let me think. Well, it's going to be cast by Russell, isn't it?
Ah.
So it'll be someone good.
Yeah.
You know that. He does it well.
Yeah.
Georgia Cannon.
Well, I was going to say that, but I thought I was going to get into more trouble if I said that.
What's your daughter? What a good idea.
She is a Time Lord already, so she's absolutely right.
Yeah.
She's married to one as well.
Married to one. That's one. Cannot escape.
She's married to us, really.
My son, I'm not suggesting my son, but my son, who is an actor, Louis, he went to MCM Comic-Con a couple of weeks ago in my costume, my genuine costume.
Well, as a punter.
As a punter, yeah. Just he said, I need something to dress up as. I said, I've got my old costume in the cupboard. Never thinking he'd go, yeah, all right. Went, yeah, all right. So he went along as me.
Oh, how lovely. And everyone said, oh, it's not a very good costume.
No, he said, if anyone asks, say it's a genuine thing. And he said, they did ask. They said, oh, no, it's really great costume. But he didn't tell them that it was the real thing. So.
I don't blame him.
There you go.
Fantastic.
So you could do it.
Who do you think it should be?
Yeah, come on. Let's take a straw poll.
So maybe that's how we'll finish. It's just a show of hands with a couple of people with suggestions of who you think the next Doctor should be, and we'll run around quickly.
So I'd love to see more of Joe Martin, personally, the fugitive Doctor.
Cool.
Let's go for at least 3. Absolutely.
Yeah. Come on, let's have a reaction to Idris. Oh, that went well.
Yeah.
Very, very popular. One more. Oh, Michael Sheen as the Doctor. Oh, come on.
I heard that.
All right.
Michael Sheen. Well, Russell T Davies, down the road, you know.
He'd be very good.
He's got it, mate.
I don't think we're going to top Michael Sheen, especially.
And think of the podcast you could do afterwards.
Absolutely. The passion.
With another Doctor.
Kathy Burke is my favourite. Whoever said that.
Kathy.
Kathy Burke.
The actor still plays Mr.
Cranky.
We're not. We're
Miriam Margolis. That's popular.
Farting Doctor.
Yes.
You could work with a Celine.
It wouldn't be very nice for artists, would it?
Who needs the work?
Who needs the work?
Who really needs it?
There's a guy leaving James Bond. What about him?
Yeah,
He's out of work.
Perhaps Idris could share James Bond and become the next Doctor at the same time. Who knows? There we go. Gentlemen,
But I don't think anybody has ever predicted the next Doctor, have they?
No.
In all the years, so we ain't going to do it either.
We ain't gonna do it.
Right. It's going to be someone left field, won't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gentlemen, as always, it is an incredible honour. It's just fantastic to have you all together on one panel. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Peter Davison.